Objective Petrology, multiple choice questions with answers. These are the collection from various previous years question papers, and I hope these are useful for various competitive exams like CSR, NET, GATE, GSI and other exams. Welcome to set 18. Coming to the first question. A coarse-grained plutonic igneous rock composed predominantly of quartz, microcline and biotite is. Options are A. Gabbro, B. Cyanite, C. Granite, D. Anarthosite. So a coarse-grained plutonic igneous rock composed mainly of quartz, microcline and biotite is known as granite. So granite, it also contains coarse grains of quartz, potash feldspar and sodium feldspar. To be considered as a granite, the rock must contain at least 20% quartz and 35% orthoclase feldspar, a potassium-rich variety of feldspar. So the remaining 45% of the rock can be other minerals such as plagioclase, hornblende, pyroxene, muscovite or biotite. So here the correct option is C, granite. Next question. The silica saturated end member of tholeiitic basalt is A. Phonolite, B. Mugierite, C. Adamellite and D. Rhyolite. The silica saturated end member of tholeiitic basalt is rhyolite. So rhyolite is the most silica rich of volcanic rocks, and it is generally glassy, or it can be fine grain, that is known as aphanitic in texture, but it may be porphyritic in sometimes, containing larger minerals or crystals known as a phenocryst in otherwise fine grain ground mass. So the silica saturated end member of tholeiitic basalt is rhyolite. D is the correct option. Next question. Batholites are always associated with A. Earthquake zones, B. Orogenic belts, C. Island ox and D. Folds and falls. So batholites are always associated with the orogenic belt. So granite is most abundantly preserved in a batholitic orogenic belts. These are linear or arcuate zones on a regional scale, but have undergone compressional tectonics causing deformation and metamorphism of the rocks and the production of a fold mountain belt. So batholites are always associated with the orogenic belt. B is the correct option. Next question. Dikes which tend to occur as systems and are parallel to one another or parallel to one direction or radial to a center is also known as A. Stope, B. Scarn, C. Swamps and D. Ring dikes. So the correct option is dikes which occur as systems which are parallel to a direction or radial to a center is known as a swamp. And a dike swamp is a large geological structure of igneous rock intrusions that can be linear, radial or arcuate in shape. And they can be found in continental crust, central volcanoes and rift zones and are often located along faults and the fracture zones. So C, swamps is the correct option. Next question. Cone sheet complex are assemblages of inclined dike-like masses with accurate outcrops, the members of which dip at an angle of which towards common center. So what's the angle? So A 20 to 30 degree, B 30 to 40, C 40 to 50 degrees and D 45 to 60. So cone sheet complexes are assemblages of inclined dike-like masses and they dip at an angle of 30 to 40 degrees towards a common center. P is the correct option. Next question. Which is the volcanic equivalent of plutonic rock granodiorite? A. Rhyolite, B. Dacite, C. Trachyte and D. Phonolite. So volcanic equivalent of granodiorite is known as a dacite. So dacite is it's a volcanic rock that is made up of plagioclase feldspar, quartz and other minerals. Volcanic equivalent of plutonic rock granodiorite is known as a dacite. B is the correct option. Next question. Enderbite, an equivalent of charnockite, it suffers badly from cold and the name of its type area country is. So the choices are A. Greenland, B. Sweden, C. Antarctica, D. Canadian Shield. So enderbite is an equivalent of the charnockite, and when it suffers from the cold, its type area country is known as Antarctica. In geology, enderbite is an igneous rock of the charnockite series consisting essentially of quartz, antiperthite or perthite, orthopyroxene, which is usually hypersthene, and magnetite, and is equivalent to an orthopyroxene bearing tonalite. So it is named for its occurrence in Enderby Land in Antarctica. So C is the correct option. Next question. The cryptic layers in case of basic layered igneous rocks are from A. Bottom to top, B. Top to bottom, C. The sides of the walls, and D. None of the above. The cryptic layers in case of basic layered igneous rocks are from bottom to the top. A is the correct option. Next question. Name the characteristic species of pyroxene found in eclogite. A. Jadeite, B. Spodumene, C. Pigeonite, and D. Omphacite. So the important or characteristic species of pyroxene found in eclogite is known as a omphacite. Next question. Kimberlite serves as a source rock for the diamond. The name is synonymous for this rock is A. Olivine dolerite, B. Mica peridotite, C. Amphibolite, and D. Quartz monzonite. So the synonym for kimberlite is known as a mica peridotite. Mica peridotite is a type of the igneous rock that is a rare variant of peridotite and is often serpentinized. So kimberlite is a mica peridotite that is known for being the primary source of the diamonds. So B is the correct option. Next question. Characteristic mineralogical difference between norite and gabbro is A. Different in ortho and clinopyroxene, B. Plagioclase occurrence in only one, and C. Both A and B, and D. Shape and grain size of the crystals. So the correct option is the mineralogical difference between norite and gabbro is they are different in ortho and clinopyroxene. So norite and gabbro are both mafic rocks, but they are primarily composed of plagioclase and other minerals. So the main difference between the two is the type of the pyroxene they contain. So norite they contains mostly orthopyroxenes such as high magnesium enstatite or iron bearing hypersthene, whereas the gabbro it contains mostly clinopyroxenes such as augite. So the characteristic mineralogical difference between norite and gabbro is they are different in ortho and clinopyroxene. A is the correct option. Next question. So granite is very simple question. A. An amphibole, B. Pyroxene, C. An acid igneous rock, and D. An ultrabasic rock. So granite is an acid igneous rock. C is the correct option. Next question. A short of volcanic rock is restricted to geosynclinal region is A. Calc-alkali shoot, B. Alkali calc shoot, C. Spilitic shoot, and D. Pyroclastic shoot. So the correct option is C. Spilitic shoot. So spilite is a fine-grained or dense or extrusive igneous or volcanic rock that is usually free of visible crystals and is commonly greenish or grayish green in color. And this is the volcanic rock which is restricted to geosynclinal region. C is the correct option. Next question. Rock essentially consisting of olivine and anorthides is A. Uroid, B. Troctolite, C. Alivalites, and D. Picrites. So the rock that essentially consists of olivine and anorthides is alivalites. The meaning alivalite is a plutonic rock composed of anorthite and olivine in approximately equal amounts. Next question. The structure of myrmekite is commonly found in A. Granitic rock, B. Alkaline rock, C. Scroll rock, and D. Monomineralic rock. The myrmekite structure it is commonly found in A. Granitic rock. Myrmekite is an intergrowth of vermicular quartz in plagioclase, which forms a few volume percent of many igneous and metamorphic rocks. So the intergrowths rarely exceed 1 millimeter in diameter. Next question. Common synonym of glomeroporphyritic texture is A. Microporphyritic, B. Orthopyric, C. Cumuloporphyric, D. Both A and B. So the common synonym of glomeroporphyritic texture is cumuloporphyric. So this is a porphyric igneous rocks in which the phenocrysts not necessarily of the same mineral are clustered in irregular groups, and also a rock exhibiting such texture is known as a cumuloporphyric. Next question. The difference between pickrite and essexite is that pickrite A. has more olivine and lesser mafics than essexite, and B. has more mafics than essexite, and C. it is devoid of olivine and mafics, and D. the fill found in them are only in texture. So the difference between pickrite and essexite is that pickrite has more olivine and lesser mafics than essexite. So A is the correct option. Next question. When olivine reacts with water at low temperature, A. Talc is formed, B. Serpentine is formed, and C. Wollastonite is formed, and D. Asbestos is formed. So when olivine reacts with water at low temperature, serpentine is formed. So this serpentine, that means when olivine reacts with water at low temperature, it can undergo a process. This process is known as serpentinization, which is a hydration reaction that produces molecular hydrogen. So B is the correct option. Next question. When olivine reacts with water at high temperature, A. Asbestos is formed, B. Talc is formed, and C. Serpentine is formed, and D. Kaolin is formed. So when olivine reacts with water at high temperature, talc is formed. B is the correct option. Next question. Discrete bodies of mineral which is commonly spherical, hollow, and lined inside with crystal of various minerals are known as A. Geode, B. Wugs, C. Spherulites, and D. Orbiculite. So discrete bodies of mineral which is commonly spherical, hollow, and with or line inside with the crystals of various minerals are known as a geode. A geode is a Greek word, ancient Greek word. It is a geological secondary formation within sedimentary and volcanic rocks. And these geodes are hollow and vaguely spherical rocks in which masses of mineral matter, which may include crystals, are secluded. So A, geode is the correct option. Hope you have followed these questions, and see you in the next video. Hope you can subscribe to this Explore Geosciences. Thank you for your time.